Good morning, guys. It is like 6 in the morning and I slept for 45 minutes last night because Toby was crying and I couldn't fall asleep. I'm on my way to Alaska. I'm at the airport right now and I'm flying to help some people up there with some YouTube stuff. And you guys can join me. It's gonna be fun. Sorry, I was just so tired, exhausted, I can't even think. A little travel tip though for you. If you guys, instead of buying water after you go through security, you bring an empty water bottle like this and you fill it up with a water fountain, and then you can not have to pay the $5 they'll charge you for like a water bottle when you get to the other side. I'm going to a little town called Barrow, Alaska, which is the northernmost town in the US. And if you look on the map, it is really far up there. The high, I think, is gonna be negative 17 degrees. So I got all my Minnesota gear out for when we lived there to try to stay warm. And they said that, we might see some polar bears. I don't know, that'd be really cool if we do. I got 5 flights to get there though. So we're traveling all day today, and then sleep in Anchorage tonight, and then go the rest of the way tomorrow. So it's gonna be a long, exhausting trip, especially considering I only got 45 minutes to sleep. Most people can probably sleep on the plane, but I can't sleep on planes, buses, car rides, anything like that. One of the cool things about traveling on airplanes is sometimes you get to sit next to people who are just kind of cramping your space, but sometimes you also get to hang out and meet new people who are actually pretty cool, like this guy right here.
How you doing?
This is Charles, and tell us what you do real quick.
I am a jewelry designer. You can see my things at charlesalbert.com. I produce and manufacture unique, one-of-a-kind pieces of jewelry. Cool.
And he's been telling me part of his story, and he'll show you some of his jewelry and stuff here too. But I think his story could be really helpful, inspiring for a lot of you guys. Because I know a lot of you guys who are watching this, or maybe you're watching my channel, or video creators. You have this dream that you want to start this business, but you're but I got nothing. I don't really have any assets, to really get started. You feel like you gotta get a huge business loan or something like that. And that hasn't been my case. I have started my business with no debt, and you did too. How did you get started?
I started my business with $60.
60 bucks.
25 years ago this month.
Wow, congrats.
I knew nothing about the industry I'm in when I started. I bought 5 dozen earrings from a jewelry manufacturer. I went into a store and I sold it, bought $120 worth of jewelry, and that's how I got started. Starting a business doesn't really have that, require a lot of capital, a lot of upfront, and now you're fortunate enough, he said he has a background, a business degree, right? So that helped out for him. I don't, so I'm learning as much business as I can. And one of the things about hanging on airplanes is when you sit next to someone who does have a business degree, you can start picking their brain and asking business questions about hiring people and tax write-offs and all that stuff we've been kind of hanging out here talking about. So Charles has some business tips and advice for you. What are they for people who get started? Yeah, I've been in business 25 years.
Yep.
One of the things that I found is most businesses fail for no other reason than people give up too soon. When things were bad, I sold copy machines, I delivered pizzas, I did whatever I had to do to pay the bills, and over time, I didn't have to do that anymore.
Right.
I have a successful business with 10 employees in the United States, and I have about 50 people that work for me in Mexico. But the thing I've learned is you just have to keep at it. You have to have tenacity and just the guts to just keep moving forward, even when you don't think it's going to work. You can say, I want to do things, I want to do this, I want to do that. There's so many people out there that have great ideas, but never, ever do them. I always say you got 3 kinds of people. You got people that make things happen, you got people that watch things happen, and you got people who wonder what happened. So where are you in the spectrum? So I often wonder what happened, and then I try to figure out how to do it better the next time, or not to make that mistake. Or something surprisingly goes really well. It's oh, what happened there? How can I repeat that? And rinse and repeat, do that again, So it is definitely a series of lessons and things that you learn along the way. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below, what dream that you have that you would really like to pursue. If time and everything, if you had no restrictions, what would you really love to do? That'd be cool to see. Charles, I keep going Albert. Charles Albert has some pictures. This is what it looks like to make jewelry. These are some of his guys making jewelry. Everything we do is handcrafted. It's made the same way it's been made for thousands of years. It's all unique designs, made one piece at a time. Takes on average 3 days to make one piece of jewelry. Wow. If you're starting your own business, and I don't care what kind of business it is, what you really need to do is you really need to focus and set some goals. I tell a lot of people that the day my business changed and became more successful was the day I sat down and I actually wrote down what I wanted to achieve in this business in order for me to continue doing what I was doing, because it wasn't always easy.
Yeah.
There were times when I said, okay, how am I going to make my rents?
Yeah.
And the day I sat down and I determined my goals, and I look back at this paper sometimes and I laugh because they were so ridiculously minuscule in comparison to where I am now. But when I wrote down the goals, it made me commit to doing a certain amount of business every day. And if you have a business, whether it's creative business, whether it's selling something, whether it's making something, everything is secondary to sales of some kind. You need to be able to make a profit. If you're not making a profit, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. But if you set goals, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to plan your route if you know the destination.
Yeah, very true.
So if you're just doing a business and you don't know where you want to be, you're just driving around aimlessly.
I think my favorite part of being like a business owner myself is the freedom that it gives me. It also gives you a lot of stress, especially at the beginning. But I mean, you guys know, like me hanging out with Dana and a family, you know, we're home together and having like, just being able to be a dad to my kids all day, you know, not just like in the evenings or maybe some weekends. Like that's just like the freedom that it provides for me is just really, really amazing. Like that's the real value of owning a business for me. And I know it's provided a lot of freedom for you as well, right?
It is. I'm unemployable. I can't imagine working for somebody else.
We were both talking about that. Like neither one of us could go back to work, like take a real job. I think you know, after you do it for like a couple of years, you're just like, that's it. I'm it.
Well, you know, way back when, my mom used to say to me, when are you going to get something with job security? When are you going to get a real job? And I used to tell her, I said, Mom, I'm the only one I know with job security.
And because you actually control it. You can't get fired.
You can't get fired. You control your destiny when you work for yourself.
And the cool thing about it too is that like when you work for someone else, like you have a cap on your income no matter how hard you work, right? But when you're self-employed, like you have the potential to keep raising the roof. You know, there isn't like a potential ceiling to how much money you can make. You
That's
know,
why you need to set your goals.
Yeah, set your goals so you can reach them. So if somebody watching this wants to support you and buy some of your jewelry, which stores would they go to look for Charles Albert jewelry?
Well, they can go to charlesalbert.com. If they call our office, we can direct them to a retail in the area. But there's also a number of online retailers. If they do a web search for Charles Albert or Charles Albert Jewelry, they will find us all over the web.
Cool. I made it to Alaska. It's been 15 hours of traveling and 3 flights, but I finally made it, and I'm gonna go look for my the guy who's picking me up from the company who brought me out here. So I'll introduce you to him and let him tell you guys a little bit about what I'm doing here and why they brought me out here whenever I find him. And no, I wasn't able to sleep on any of the flights. I think I dozed off maybe for like 20 minutes on one of them, maybe for 20 minutes the second time, I'm not really sure, but I didn't really get as much sleep as I was hoping to get, unfortunately. I am having Alaskan, how is this called? Alaska salmon?
Alaskan salmon, yeah.
Right there. So I have heard all about this. It's like all over like TV and like, is this stuff on a Deadliest Catch also?
No, that would mostly be crab, but this is wild caught salmon.
Okay, so delicious. So let me introduce you guys. This is, say your name.
Ryan Gilbert.
Ryan and?
Chris McGee.
Chris, and these guys work with the Alaskan...
Alaska Growth Capital.
There you go, yep. I always get the words mixed around. So, why am I here? Why did you guys bring me out? What do you tell them, like, why did you bring me out here? What were you doing?
So we brought Tim out to bring the YouTube technology to the North Slope, the opportunity for families and innovative opportunities for those individuals to use the internet and do fun things to show their lifestyle, the things they're passionate about, to the rest of everyone else.
Yeah. When Ryan first emailed me, he talked about like a lot of these families could use like some new economic opportunities and like, you know, in their village and stuff, and like and having like this ability to like help train some of these high school students in the area to like to start these online businesses so that they can like stay in the area and continue to be with their grandparents and their families and support their family like in this it's in the Arctic, it's in the Arctic Circle, right?
Yeah, the North Slope is in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool that I can say I've been in the Arctic, but and hopefully we'll see some polar bears.
Yeah,
right?
we'll go searching for them.
Like, cool. So it was really cool. Like that story, I was like, man, I am all about. You guys know, like I am all about like trying to help families, especially if I can like help younger generations stay with the older generations and help train and equip them to do that through like YouTube and starting online businesses. That's what I'm here to do. I'm really excited about it. So you guys get to hang out with us. It'll be a lot of fun. Right now, I'm gonna enjoy my Alaskan salmon, and I know Dana, you're very jealous of me right now. They have ice sculptures outside here in Alaska. So are these swans? What are those?
I think those are swans.
Swans. I was gonna like, I don't want to show my Alaskan ignorance by not knowing what your animals are, but those look like swans to me. And there's like a fish, a pink fish. They'll show the light through it. That's kind of cool. So you see what it is. This is your town square. Is that right? Or
Performing Arts Center. Yeah, town square.
Town square of Anchorage, Alaska. And so they got all these ice sculptures outside, which I've seen ice sculptures before, but they've always been inside. This that started as a block of ice. Look at it now. Here's a truck. This one's for Zeke. Oh yeah, they even have stairs that go right up into it. That's cool. Can I get in there? Slippery. I don't want to break it. I should probably just step down. I won't break it? Okay. Here you go. Yeah. Now I need a picture because I look like a tourist, don't I? So do they just use chisels or do they use chainsaws or what do they use?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm out here the other day. It was chainsaws and chisels.
Oh. Fish and a seal and a bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a polar bear. That one's cool too. Look at the pretty lights, guys. It doesn't feel that cold actually. It feels. Yeah, it's kind of like good Minnesota weather is what it feels like. There's some more guys playing a guitar and a cello together. He's saying that although they're super cool to look at, this hawk bird thing, they're all kind of melting.
Yeah, they've been melting for a week now, so it's above freezing temperatures Anchorage has. It's supposed to be Alaska.
His head is like, what, in the mid-30s or something the past couple days?
Yeah, mid-30s. So.
It's been a super warm winter for you guys.
Yeah, I think last night when I was taking my kids home from piano, it was like 45.
45, wow. Yeah, they wouldn't last long out here. 45, huh? Yeah, but they still look cool. Check it out. Isn't that cool, guys? Little Christmas tree type thing with the cheetah. Even got like the little dots on it. Isn't that cool? I'm tired. It's time to go to bed. I got a nice hotel room here they put me up in, see? Get to hang out. And I feel bad for Dana having to be at home with the kids because I get to sleep in peace and quiet. And for me, since I'm 4 hours ahead, even though we're leaving at 6:45 in the morning tomorrow to fly to the town I'm speaking at, I'll be like 10:45 my time. So it'll feel like sleeping into me. But I'm gonna edit this vlog for you guys tonight first before I go to bed and get it uploaded, because once we get up there, the internet speeds are gonna be very, very slow. They have satellite up there. So I'm looking forward to speaking up there. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. One of the things I'm already learning about, their town and their community is kind of, you guys know here, like Dan and I really believe, like we're trying to develop our family to be a team together. And it sounds like they have a culture up there that Dan and I really, really believe in ourselves, is where it's like the older people, the grandparents, they're held in really high esteem. They're honored by the teens and by students and by children. And these kids, apparently, like the high school kids, really like their dream is to be able to support themselves in that town so they can stay with their parents and with their grandparents and be able to go on hunting trips with their grandparents and have that. They really highly value that multi-generational thing that Dan and I have been really leaning towards, leaning into that a lot with our own family. So it's gonna be cool to kind of see how that, see it in like a community that hasn't really been like affected as much by the whole like American society values, where like old people or people, you just put them in nursing homes, you put them in retirement homes, someone else will take care of them. And but we're here is, where like everyone wants to be together and the family wants to work together. They want to hunt together. They want to do all these things and they want to support each other. It's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that in this little Arctic village up there. So you guys will come hang out with us there too. And all right, now I'm going to edit this for you. And I will see you guys again on Monday for that video. See you then. Bye.